The SBA, as you know, recently implemented a portfolio monitoring system to oversee the 7A and 504 portfolios. The system's drawn criticism from a number of lenders in the lending community as not accurately providing a good measurement of portfolio risk. At the same time, the SBA is ready to spend more money on this program. So I'd like to hear your comments about how well this program is doing, coming at a particular time when the credit crunch is severe. Is it affecting lender participation in the program, number one? And is it a good idea to spend more money if the tool isn't helpful?
Well, from our perspective, this oversight is a new program and, again, relatively new. So in that respect, we haven't seen all the ramifications of it. But there is a certain amount of overlap between what the SBA is doing and what our primary regulator is doing, namely the FDIC, and we're a state-chartered bank. So there is a certain degree of overlap there.
Which becomes burdensome then.
Which is an added burden for us. So to the extent, and again, I think this will take a little more time to really, flesh out all of the different issues. But at least right now, my initial observation is there's an overlap between our primary regulator and what the SBA is doing.
So it mostly presents an obstacle to lenders who otherwise might participate in the program, but might decide not to as a result.
Definitely.
Mr. Schwartz, did you have any additional comments?
Well, we currently don't do SBA lending, but I would concur with Mr. Schroeder with our federal regulator having the oversight on our underwriting standards and lending guidelines and so on. I would agree. It would probably dovetail into additional duplication of the process.
The other question I had, and I thank you for that, is on the SBA Express program. Over the last several years, the SBA has become very heavily reliant on that program because it carries only the 50% guarantee. What is the effect of the current credit crunch on the SBA Express program from your perspective?
We tend to do a smaller number of larger SBA loans, so we do not use the Express program, and we're not an active user of that program, no.
Do you think the fact that the SBA is relying so heavily on it and emphasizing it is one of the reasons we've seen participation go down?
SBA loans, by their very nature, are riskier than conventional loans, and to the extent that you reduce the guarantee fee, or reduce the guarantee percentage, you will very definitely have a negative impact on banks that participate in the program, from my perspective. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for your testimony. Did you have any additional?
The only thing I'd like to comment, just thank all our witnesses taking your time. I know all of you are busy and could be doing other things, but it does help us. I know the chairman of the committee and myself, it helps us up here to hopefully come up with better policies and things that we can do to help make a difference for you. So I appreciate you coming up, appreciate you taking your time. It was helpful to me, and I know to the chairwoman too.
Thank you so much, and know that obviously we're both here and on a bipartisan basis very committed to working together to address what you've raised. I particularly like some of the questions that both of you raised about having to access your own pension monies, and certainly we want to do that in a way that allows you to reinvest your own money in your business, and we're going to look at that closely. Thank you so much. I do ask unanimous consent that members will have 5 days to submit statements and supporting materials for the record. Without objection, so ordered. Meeting is adjourned.